On this episode of Street Rat Garage, we are back once again with the 1977 Chevy Monte Carlo. Hopefully, we can get it ready for a hot rod power tour. Now, hot rod power tour is just 3 weeks away now, so we don't have a whole lot of time. Again, we have procrastinated and put things off until the last minute, per usual. So the 77 Monte Carlo is the closest thing we have to being done in time for Hot Rod Power Tour. This is a car that I've been working on for years. It hasn't been on the road for years. We did take it down the street a couple times, but it has not been driven on a regular basis for well over 20 years. So it does have new brakes on it. It does have a new rear end under it. It has new tires on it. We have a different motor in it. This is like the third motor in it since we've been trying to put it back on the road again. Fans and carburetor's been adjusted, and hopefully we've got that part straightened out. We still need to do some wiring, but there's a lot of little things that need to be done on the car. So that is the plan today. Get some of these little things done so we can get this another step closer to being out on the road and enjoying Hot Rod Power Tour. So one of the things I wanted to do today was put in a set of gauges. I just have a couple gauges sitting on the console that are just some old gauges we put in there to test, make sure everything was good with the engine. Now we need to permanently mount your traditional 3-gauge pack of gauges, your oil pressure, your amperage, and your temperature gauge. Now this was Amazon, but it wasn't the cheapest one on Amazon, mainly because this one actually came with a copper line for the oil pressure. Now, you have to run a copper line per NHRA rules if you want to ever take this down the drag strip. This isn't ready to take down the drag strip, obviously, but when that time comes, we can at least have a copper line. Plus, it is a lot safer than a little plastic line that can get heated up and eventually wear out and break on you and squirt oil in the engine compartment and maybe even in the passenger compartment. So that would be no fun. So this is one thing we need to do, get this in and get our gauges so we can monitor all our systems. Well, apparently nothing is ever supposed to go smooth, right, or the way it's supposed to. I was putting this new sensor in right here, right into the side of the head, and yeah, it broke. This one goes into here, this adapter, it snapped right off in the head. It's in there, and now all my coolant is draining. I'm trying to catch it in a pan. But now we're stuck with this part of this adapter in the head. What now? Well, I guess we're gonna have to take that header off and see if we can tap that out. I don't know if we can. If that is broke off in the block and we can't get it out, man, we're in trouble. The options after that would be to remove the head. I mean, we can do that. We do have a better set of heads, some 202s we could put on there. Delays. Yipes. Okay. I got the header loosened up. Guess I'm gonna have to get this from the bottom, slide it out. Let me grab this real quick. Oh, there goes the collector. Well, the collector wasn't in there very solid. That's okay. Oh, there's our header. So this is a fresher build, so everything was pretty loose in there and easy to get out. Now we can see what we're doing a little bit better. See what we got. So right here, I got all that thread tape I put on there. It's copper, so hopefully it's gonna come out of the block easily. So I guess we're gonna have to get a easy out. That's gonna be the first thing, put in there and see if we can't slide that guy out of there. I sure hope that comes out of there easily. I found more issues maybe. There's a lot of oil right there at the housing, and looks like maybe some on the block. There's some here. I don't know if that's coming down from the valve covers or what, but on these spark plugs too, there's oil on, it almost looks like the outside. I hope that's coming from the outside and not coming the inside, but from the inside out. But that's a lot of oil there for a reason I don't know. It may be coming from the oil pressure sensor there, or maybe coming out of the back of the intake. There's a lot of ifs. So it looks like we're doing some tear down here. If we're going to go on a long trip with this, it cannot be leaking oil, especially that much. We haven't driven it that far. It's been driven like 5 miles, and this block was completely cleaned up and painted before I put it in, and there's a lot of oil. So more tear down. We're going to take the valve covers off. Let's see, we'll take the carburetor off, we'll take the distributor out, and we got to locate the issue with this engine. We got to do it soon so we know whether we're gonna yank this engine out and then put another engine in and then another engine. But yeah, it's not good. Don't you hate it when one thing leads to another thing, then leads to another thing, and then you're half torn down again? Well, I kept finding things that I didn't like, and one of the main things I don't like is the fact that there's oil puddling right in here. Now there's supposed to be a drain hole. Let's shine a light on it. On each end, can you see that hole there? So that oil doesn't puddle up. And I'm guessing that that drain hole must be closed, and water's puddling up there and making its way past the valve cover seal, I guess. The only thing I can think of, because the valve cover was a little bit loose too. But I think there's a hole we have clogged up there, and maybe I can hit it with a screwdriver. Maybe I can clear that up a little bit. Okay, let me see, find that hole. It should be right in this area. There it goes. Clear that out. And yeah, there it goes. It's draining now. Well, there's one problem we found. We had a clogged up drain hole, which was definitely hampering the oil system. So, I wonder if we got any more gunk. Yeah, we got a little gunk in there. It's not awful, but we might have to change the oil a couple times. Run some of that engine gunk, flush through there, and get some of that junk out of there. I don't think this oil's been changed in a while. It was an old farm truck, so it probably wasn't taken care of the best. Yep. Let's see what else. The distributor. I pulled the distributor out. I stuck it back here, and I don't even know where the distributor gasket is there. It doesn't seem to be there. It doesn't seem to be on the block. So that could be another one of our issues there. So we need that gasket. We need, we still need to get that thing out of the head. We're gonna change the valve covers because I don't know if the valve covers are warped. I got another set of valve covers we're gonna put on it. And I'm thinking, while it's torn down here, I have a different intake. We might as well toss an aluminum intake in there as well, help things out, get rid of that spacer adapter thing. It's almost like starting over again. And yet again, it's escalating even more. So, you know what? It's like, while we're in here, while we're taking stuff off, why don't we pull the intake off and, just have a look inside. These gaskets are hard as a rock. The back gasket, oil seal gasket intake seal, it's hard, and I think it's leaking out the back there. This is where that other side of that hole that wasn't draining is, and it's still got a bunch of stuff. I already pulled some gunk out of there. This is an oil drain here. It comes down and goes down there, here to there to there to there. That's like same on that side. It comes in right below there and drains into the valley. So it looks like all our other drain holes are pretty good. We just had this one back here that's just nasty. So yeah, still got to motor flush that. Everything else looks pretty solid. Yeah, it's okay. Those are all okay. So rockers, lifters, springs, everything else looks good. Intake. I have this old Edelbrock RPM air gap intake. These are good, really good intake manifolds. Low end torque with the dual plane on there. I used this on another engine years ago. It's still a really good intake manifold, so I think we're gonna slap that guy on there and give it another try, and hopefully we'll have everything sealed up. It's been a mess so far. This has escalated way beyond what it's supposed to be, but it's better to get it resolved now than have some problems going down the road. I should have regasketed this and checked the oil seals, but I just wanted to get this engine in here and get it going, and that is definitely not the way to do things. And this is the reason why. It just costs you more time and effort. So we got to go out and buy some more gaskets. We're gonna slap this thing back together, get our gauges in, and see what else we need to put on this thing. We only got 3 weeks. We need to get this done. So let's get back on it. Okay, it is now later, and I went to the old Harbor Freight and bought me an Easy Out, a bolt extractor. So this is a piece hopefully we're gonna put in, and it seems to be big enough. This is the biggest one they had. Not the biggest one the biggest one in this kit, but we're gonna try to extract that bolt. And yeah, hopefully this works. If not, well, I'm not sure what we do. Are we done? We pull this head off, or do we just go on to plan B and yank this engine out and just LS swap it just now? I was gonna LS swap it later, but I want this thing to run and drive before that to get all the systems in line. And then let's swap it maybe next year. But if this goes wrong, that's exactly what we're doing. We're gonna yank this engine out and just LS swap it. Yank this engine out, fix the head, take it down to the machine shop, whatever we have to do, and then use this motor probably for the Chevelle, one of the Chevelles, and just LS swap this car. I don't know. We're gonna do something, even if it's wrong. Got the extractor in there. I'm gonna give it a few little taps. And this is a brass fitting, so I'm hoping that it'll come out easily. And use this adjustable, I guess, to get on there and try to back this out. Hopefully we don't break the extractor off in there. That's not working. Dang. It's just spinning. It's spinning. Nothing. It's not doing anything. Okay, I'm gonna mess around with it a little bit off camera here. I don't know if I can do anything with this or if we're just done already, but I will give it My best try for sure. Yeah, just stripping it. Okay, I ran to the store again and I got a bigger kit here. So most of my time has been spent running back and forth instead of working on a car, but this is what I have. This is definitely going to be big enough. If it works, I don't know. If it doesn't, I'm spending money on, I guess, tools that I can use later. So we'll go with that. This is definitely bigger. Definitely harder to get into place. All right. There we go. Well, let's give that a try. All right. Get the old crescent wrench back out here. Come on. Do the thing. Man, this it's really in here. It shouldn't be. It's brass. Holy cow. Are you kidding me? Why will that not back out? It should back out. Man. I mean, something's moving. I don't know what's moving, or if it's just ready to snap. That is not coming out. Lovely. Just lovely. Well, it looks like I've come to the conclusion that we're done here. And it comes back out. I could just take that head off and replace it, or take it off, have it fixed, and put it back on. But I also have a leak in the transmission, which might be the front seal of the transmission, which I would have to remove the transmission for. And if we take the engine and transmission back out together, it's going to be a lot easier to fix that transmission leak. And it's super simple to take this engine out. It's no big deal. Man, I just hate to do it. But that means we are now dedicated back to doing the LS swap, which we should have done in the first place and just been done with it. But I wanted to put the engine in here, get it ready, go to Hot Rod Power Tour. But that is not, well, I can't say it's not going to happen. We could put one of these other engines back together, slap it back in there and still go. We got time. Not really. We got like 3 weeks, but it's possible. It is a real mess in here, and I've been trying to get things cleaned up. I got my daughter's car back out of here because she's home for the summer. I'm going to clean up this area real quick so we can just throw all our parts right here on the workbench and not have them scattered everywhere. And if I decide to grab one of these other engines and throw it back in there, we'll have all the parts right here and we can just grab them and go. I mean, it should only take a day really to swap engines if you get on it and do it quickly and have all the parts readily available. It can be done in a day. It's not that big a deal. It's super easy to change the engine in one of these cars. Well, it is official. The hood is coming back off. Yeah. We're gonna go put this over here. Right here. This is gonna be my official tear it down spot. Put a couple nails here so I can hang the headers up, and we'll put the other parts on the bench for right now. This has to be, we have to decide what we're going to do with this and get it done. No just sitting around, but it's still going to take a couple videos to get this done. So I'm going to finish pulling this car apart, and then we'll discuss it. Okay, and pretty much just like that, about 30 minutes later, it's all stripped apart. Headers and alternator and all that fun stuff. Power steering pump set to the side. And that's all we really need. I need to unbolt the bolts from the cross members, and we'll pull it out. So all of that just because I wanted to install some gauges. And all our plans have failed. But don't worry, we have a backup plan. Of course, we have a plan B, but we'll do plan B. I'll show you plan B on another video. But for now, we got all our parts laying here. I even bought some extra parts for it. We're going to put the intake and carburetor on it, and we still might do that. We have an engine sitting back over here, a 350 that we could put in it, or just fix the one that's already in the car, pull it out, fix the head, and put it back in. Or we can come back here and we have our choice of LS swaps. This is a 6.0 with a sloppy stage 2 cam in it. That over there is the engine out of the Camaro 6.2 liter. That's out of a Dodge. And there's a 350 block here that's supposed to be good. We can do something like that. So we have choices, definitely have choices. I have valve covers and all sorts of stuff for a 350. Or we can take that out and put it in something else. So sorry, this video did not go as planned because we were supposed to just put some gauges in it, tweak it up, and get it ready to go on Hot Rod Power Tour. That may or may not happen now, but stay tuned. Next video, I guess we'll go and we'll pull out plan B, get it cleaned up because it just runs. It's just dirty and it needs a couple things. No big deal. We'll get plan B ready, get it all set to go on Hot Rod Power Tour, and then we'll jump back in here and see if we can't salvage this as plan A. So that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Street Rag Garage. Until next time.